God talks to answers, to solutions, and that's what you are. And so if you're in the business Christian space, or business in general, entrepreneur as a woman, in this season, be confident and embody the role of exactly who you know you are. Can we talk about buying clothes from Shein as a Christian for a second? I'm condoning you buying a whole bunch of new clothes in this season, because when God is putting you in different places, because, he allows your name to be mentioned in spaces where you currently aren't yet, so that whenever you get there, he has already prepared the way for the connections you need, for the resources you need in that space. And if you're going to be elevated, if you're going to go to a different place, you're going to need new clothes. You're going to need new clothes. It's so funny because I work in healthcare. So I'm in corporate America per se, but we don't wear like profesh attire every day. We wear scrubs, which is wonderful. I love it. But it doesn't come in handy as an entrepreneur when you're doing meetings or doing networking and you need outfits to reflect the spaces you're going in. And so your girl has been binge buying like professional clothes. So I am prepared. I have no reason to not walk into a space and feel comfortable, feel beautiful, because that's important too, because what you wear on the outside reflects how you feel in the inside. Now, mind you, your girl loves a day where she's bonneted up and has her like sweatpants on, because I wear sweatpants like almost 80% of the time running errands and stuff. But in this season where God is allowing you to make power moves, business moves, connections as an entrepreneur, it's important to walk into the space as if you are already owning the authority he's given you in that territory. You're already prepared for that space because he's given you not only the strategy and the downloads and the direction, and you're obeying, but because he's told you who you are, he's given you the direction, you're now obeying, and you're walking in believing. And to show that you believe him, that you have power and authority and you're able to take the territory over, and that you believe what he said about you. To show him that, you show up there as if you've been there. Because you have been in the spirit, you've already been granted access to a space in the spirit. And so when you show up there, you got to act like you've been there. You got to act like this is nothing new. You got to act like this is where you belong because your father said so. And so confidence comes when you fully trust and believe God in saying, this is my daughter. This is who I say she is. This is what I've already prepared and laid away ahead of her. And now she's just walking in what I've prepared. God is also our rear guard. So you don't have to sit here and worry about the mistakes you made or how people perceive you, overthinking every conversation, overthinking if you did everything correctly, because he's also your rear guard. So he comes behind you. And his grace is sufficient. And so 'tis the season, sis, to take the role that God has given you and fully embody it. So if who God has called you to be is confident, which every single person I can think of in the Bible had a role where they definitely needed to exercise some sort of confidence. Walk in there confident, not in you and what you have going on inside of you, but in what God has prepared for you, but in who God is, in his ability to cover you, in his ability to give you all you need, in his ability to go ahead of you, to prepare the connections, to prepare the resources. Trust in him, and you will be able to walk in there not because, oh, I prepared and dotted all my T's and I's, but because you know who your Lord and Savior is, and you're walking in the confidence of that. SJR just did a sermon sort of similar to this message I'm saying. Definitely strongly recommend. I believe it's Confidence to Conquer. So good. And it's literally this, because confidence can't come from you relying in your own strength anymore. As God gives you bigger platforms and bigger spaces and more influence, you have to rely on him, because these are his people that you're affecting or impacting. It's not all for you, right? It's people. Your gift is for other people. Oftentimes our gift don't do much for us. Okay. That's why we have to learn how to pour and be poured into. Otherwise, it'll stress you out and you'll be burnt out. So your gift isn't necessarily for you, it's for other people. And because of that, you have to operate relying and depending on him and his instruction, him and his preparation. Because God knows what his people need, and he's prepared you to be that, to be an answer. God talks to answers, to solutions, and that's what you are. And so if you're in the business Christian space, or business in general, entrepreneur as a woman, in this season, be confident and embody the role of exactly who you know you are in this season, to take on or to actually take hold of what is yours, of what God has supplied for you, of where he's calling you to. Walk in there and know who your God is, know who you are, and be confident in what has gone on in your life previous to this. Be confident that you're prepared for what God has called you to, because you are. And if you feel like you're not, he's already gone ahead of you and fixed it. Or he'll come behind you and fix it, because he's a good God. He's not just going to leave you hanging. He loves you too much. And so step into this season with new confidence, okay? Period.